Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, the product specialist here at American RV in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and today I'm here to tell you all about the 2018 Shasta Revere 32DS. This beautiful bunkhouse is in the cocoa bean interior. Let's start off on the ceiling real quick. This is one of my favorite things about the Revere is how much ceiling height you have here. You have this awesome tray ceiling, ends up being 7-foot ceilings. I'm 6 foot and I feel like I have a ton of room up here. You see the nice big skylight there in the center as well with a shade, but you know, if you have that shade open, lets in a lot of natural light there. LED lights all the way around. If you take a look over at the kitchen here, you have the seamless countertops on there. The sink has a sink top cover here as well, so you're able to utilize all this as prep space. This is cutting board quality. If you want to flip it over and use one side as the cutting board there. And then when you take it off, it reveals your double bowl undermount sink with the high-rise pull-out faucet. If you need to plug some items in, don't worry, you have 2 electrical outlets here in the kitchen. So that way, you know, whether you have a dedicated coffee maker or if you need to plug in like a blender, something else you're going to put away, you have a couple different options of where you can put that. A window right here, again, let in some natural light and also give you a decent view out to your campsite while you're washing dishes. LED light there right up top. Over here to the side is the 3-burner Atwood cooktop. The front one is high output, and underneath that is the oven in case you want to do some baking. Nice big pull-out drawer right here under the oven, perfect for pots and pans. You know, if you have your camping pots and pans rather than residential ones, they'll fit in here absolutely perfectly. Underneath the sink, you'll see you have a shelf built in the back behind the P-trap. That's where you can put all of your cleaning supplies. And up front here, they did leave you enough space where you can put a trash can. I like when manufacturers do that. That way you don't have to hang a trash can over your knob or anything like that. You know, it's nice having that extra built-in space. You have a little cubby hole right here, and then a bank of full extension pull-out drawers. You can see you have 3 of those. You know, top one probably for your silverware, then serving utensils, spatulas, things like that down there. You have a 3rd one for any other items you need to stick in there. You also have a little storage area right there up front. It's not huge, but you know, it is a nice little storage area, and any storage is good storage in an RV. If we move up top, right here is your fully functional hood with a light and fan. Good extra storage right up here. You can see that the shelf is built in, perfect for all of your spices, everything else you want to throw up there, your snacks, all those goodies. Microwave right here. Here's the weight of the unit, 7,760 pounds. It's not the lightest weight unit, but again, you have 7-foot ceilings. It's huge in here. Some storage right up top above your fridge freezer. You can see that right there. And then open the fridge freezer up. I'll show you this. Nice and big, plenty of room in there. You know, 8 cubic foot. You do have, or this one does run off both propane and electric, and it does have automatic switchover on there as well. Let's take a quick look over across the way. This does have a super slide here. It's nice and big and open. As I mentioned, this is the cocoa bean interior, U-shaped dinette right here. I like these, you know, in a bunk model because chances are everyone will be sitting around the table more often than not to have meals together, play games together, sit down and relax. And if you have additional guests, this does drop down into a bed that is easily large enough for 2 adults to sleep on. You'll also notice the bottom here is a leatherette rather than cloth, so it's nice and easy to clean in case the kids spill. You have cup holders on both corners, so nice extra place to put some beverages there. And you have easy access storage underneath. Drop this down for you. You have the drop down doors on both sides. And again, that allows you to easily access anything underneath the bench seats. You'll also notice windows all the way around in this slide to let in a lot of natural light and also give you some airflow through here. Couple LED lights in here as well. You know, you have one right above the table as you would expect. Another little wall sconce right in between the dinette and the couch, which is nice. And then another LED light here as well as underneath your cabinets. The cabinets themselves have the kind of decorative fluted glass on there, but good extra storage along the top. You can see that. Another thing I want to point out, you know, I said 7-foot ceilings, but not only does that feel open, but look at this. Again, I'm 6 foot. I can easily stand underneath the slide outs. A lot of travel trailers, you kind of have to duck or you'll hit your head. Not the case here. So that's another advantage of having those high ceilings. You get higher slide outs as well. Right here's your sofa. This is a jackknife style sofa. One of the things I like about the Revere sofas is look at this. you have a nice, easy pull-out drawer. Rather than having to tip the couch up and get underneath it, this just makes accessing that storage that much easier. That's the big advantage of your jackknife anyway, is having that storage, so why not make it as easy to get to as possible? Also, it is nice and comfortable. You can see that there. And it is your standard jackknife, so it does drop down into a bed. Now, granted, it's not the longest bed in the world, so, an adult will probably have to curl up, but it is really nice if you have any other children that are staying the night in the camper. If you take a look right over here, this is the entertainment center. Now, this unit does not come with a TV, but it does have a very large opening for one. So, if you're someone that, likes to watch TV a lot when you camp, this is a great camper for you because you can put a big TV in here and be able to see it from the couch or the dinette, the kitchen, wherever you may be. Also, you'll see the Multimedia Center here has a couple of your audio video jacks that just plug right into the TV. That's because this is not only a radio and CD player, this is also your DVD player. That way you can just pop a movie in and you're good to go. Additional hookups right in here. You see your electrical outlet there as well as your cable there, your signal booster. Right up top, you have a shelf here. You have storage running along the side. Nice deep storage, especially for an entertainment center. It's usually not quite that deep. Electrical outlet right underneath that. Right in here, again, some good additional storage. And you have yet even more right here down below. The bathroom in the 32DS has a second entrance. This is really convenient whether it's for you, friends, family, children. It allows you to enter the camper, use the restroom, and leave without traipsing dirt throughout the entire RV. Right down here is your foot flush lever toilet. You'll see you have plenty of leg room as well as shoulder room. That way you're not uncomfortable while using the bathroom. Up top is your vent fan, which quickly helps moisture escape. And over to the side here is an LED light right above your mirrored medicine cabinet. You'll see the medicine cabinet does have storage behind it there as well. Naturally below that you have your sink top and vanity, electrical outlet there. Again, same nice seamless countertops and additional storage underneath. Over to the side is your tub shower. I like having a tub in a bunkhouse in case your kids are small and still need a bath. You will see this one has some shelves, a nice hand wand there, a curtain, and a skylight up top, which not only lets in light, but also gives you additional headroom. Across from the bathroom, right outside the bunkhouse here, you see you have good additional storage. If you take a look in there, you have a place to hang your kids' clothes. Far too often in bunk rooms, you don't get that. So I like the fact they're able to fit that in. Then you have some additional storage right there underneath. The other thing I like about the Revere, again, because it's not weight sensitive, they're able to put in some more quality components like this. You get an actual slider door rather than a curtain, so you have that extra barrier. If you're staying up late after the kids go to bed, it'll help deaden that sound a little bit. Granted, you're in an RV, so you're gonna hear things no matter what, but at least it will help. Right back here, you have your triple bunks. We'll start on the slide out here. Top bunk, 250-pound weight capacity, teddy bear bunk series mattress on there. This is on strut, so it lifts up and drops down nice and easy. When up, that allows you access right here to the dinette. You do have an option. You can either have a dinette or you can have like the two cube style sofas. In this one we went with the dinette. I think they're both great options. The great thing about the dinette, of course, is you have another place for the kids to eat, or if they want to sit back here, they can play games together, they can draw, play cards, whatever they need to do. But I like having that extra table. And then, of course, to make this into a bed, it's the same thing as your standard dinette. Remove the legs, this drops down along the rails, fill it in with the cushions, and that is your sleeping surface there. Nice window here along the back to help let in some of that natural light. And right over here, you have your larger bunk. This is a little bit wider than the other two. So, if you have an older kid that's coming with you, this is probably where they will want to sleep. Or if you want to stick two kids up here, you can probably do that too. Just make sure no one rolls off. Does have a built-in ladder to climb up there nice and easily. You can see that here. A spot for a TV right there in the center. So if you want TV, this is where it would go. Your hookups for it, I believe, are right up top here. So you can see you have electrical outlet there, as well as your cable and satellite hookup for it. Nice little spot down here for any auxiliary equipment. Maybe you want to bring like a PlayStation or Xbox or something with you. Storage there underneath too. Then over to the side, you see you have the cubby hole, as well as additional storage underneath that. Just like back in the bunk room, the master bedroom of the 32DS also has a slider door. That way you have increased privacy. Also has a walk-around queen-size bed with additional storage here underneath. You will see that is strut supported, so it is very easy to lift and access, and that also gives you access into your pass-through from outside. If you take a look at either side of the bed, you have nice mirrored wardrobe space there, good hanging space on either side. And then right here across the center, you have additional storage, again nice and tall, in part due to the high ceilings. Underneath the wardrobe, both sides have a nightstand with a large full extension pull-out drawer here, electrical outlet on both sides, and one side has a dual USB port as well. So that way if you need to charge cell phone or if you sleep with a CPAP machine, you're able to put that on either side of the bed. You will notice you have windows on both sides. One of them is an emergency exit. And if you like to watch TV before bed, you do have TV hookups right here in the corner. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a quick look at some of the outside features of the Revere 32DS. Starting right up front here, you have the power tongue jack. This makes it nice and easy to hook up and disconnect from your tow vehicle. You also have an LED light right up front here to give you a little extra light in case you're hooking up or disconnecting at night. Right behind that are your two 30-pound propane tanks with the propane tank cover. Very easy to get into, just undo the thumb screws, lift up the door, and you're in. But having two 30-pound tanks rather than 20 is nice, especially on a bigger coach like this. It allows you to stay camping longer without having to refill those tanks. Behind that, you have rails for your battery. If you want, it is wide enough where you can fit two batteries there, again with the idea that you might go boondocking for an extended period of time. Coming up the front, here is your diamond plating. You'll see how nice and high this comes up, which really helps protect the front end from some of those rocks and debris that get thrown up by your tow vehicle. On the far side there, you will see there is an additional light, again, in conjunction with your light on your tongue jack to help you see at night. The front of the Revere here is a nice smooth aluminum. Not only does this look nicer than the rippled, but it also is easier to clean. So, that way all the bugs and everything that get on there wash off a lot easier. When you come around to the side, we'll look at the pass-through storage here. Notice that it does have a covered hinge, so you don't have a bunch of rust coming down your door. And if you look inside, you will see that it is nice and open. As I mentioned previously, when we were inside, you do have access to the pass-through from underneath your mattress there as well. Moving back a little bit further, this one does have two entrances and exits. Main entrance will be right here. You'll have to bear with me. It's pretty tight through here. We park these ones a little bit closer than we normally do, so I'm not able to fold out the steps completely. I'll show you real quick. It's just a simple fold out 3-step. It's the same thing in the back. There's that. Nice and easy to use. Also, right next to the door, you have a foldable easy grab handle here, so that way you have good control while entering or exiting the coach. If you take a look right up above me, you see the power awning. Touch a button to roll that out. Same thing to have it roll right back in. And you can't really see it very well, but right underneath the awning, tied in, it's actually sewed into the awning fabric, is your LED light strip. I like that they've done this rather than put a strip on the side or have it in the barrel of the awning, because that way it doesn't matter if you have the awning opened up just a couple inches or fully extended. You're able to use those LED lights, and they shine down on the campsite instead of blasting out at your neighbor. So that's pretty nice. You also see the two outside speakers on here. Those are controlled by that Multimedia Center inside I showed you, but it is Bluetooth capable. So if you want to sit right out here underneath your awning and control your music, you are capable of doing that. Right here, you have your water connection to fill your tanks. Next to that, electrical outlets. So if you need to plug anything in outside, they are individual, which is pretty nice. But it does make a great spot there. If you want to set up a table, put a crock pot or something there, you're able to do it. The tires here, you do have the Easy Lube axles. This is good for the maintenance side of things, just makes them a little bit easier to take care of rather than having to constantly repack the bearings. Has a grease zert there. Now, you do still want to make sure you know what you're doing. It's not just a matter of pumping the grease in. You do have to turn the tires and some other necessary steps. We have a video explaining that as well. Nitrogen filled tires on there too. Those will help hold the pressure for a longer period of time. You do want to make sure you check your tire pressures before every trip. The last thing you want is a blown tire. Right over here is your second entry. As I mentioned, same thing as the first, just roll out 3 steps there. This one goes directly into the bathroom. Now, one of the favorite part about a bunkhouse is this right back here, which is your outside kitchen. Nice big refrigerator. You can see that there, so plenty of room for all your beverages and condiments. You have good storage in this outside kitchen going all the way across the top. You have a shelf built in these two. This one here is completely open. So if you have some taller items out here, again, like a big crock pot or something, you can probably store it in there. Here's perfect for cups, spices, whatever else you need. You'll also notice you have a TV hookups right over here. So if you want a TV outside, that is where you can hook them up. Just set the bad boy right there, wherever else you want. But it's cool that you can hook it up there. You have a sink in case you need to have some water access there. 2 pull-out drawers on either side. And then right here you have the little drop-down tray. Now what you will notice is right underneath here you have a propane quick connect. If you're wondering, it's an outside kitchen, where are you going to cook? So the idea here is that you basically bring your own grill. You take a grill, hook it up to that propane quick connect right there. It will feed off the 60-pound bottles up front rather than you having to supply the small little green ones. On the back of the Revere, you see you have a spare tire that does come with it, mounted on the bumper. Again, hopefully you never have to get into that guy, but if you do, it's riding nice and safe right back here for you. Outside shower there as well. This does have both hot and cold water access with a hand wand. And then if you look up at the very top, you will see this unit is equipped with backup camera prep. So if you want backup camera, it's essentially a plug and play. It makes it a lot less expensive to have that installed. All right, folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is a 2018 Shasta Revere 32DS. This one had the cocoa bean interior. If you're interested in this RV and you'd like price and availability, I recommend you give us a call here at American RV, or you can take a look at our website, which is AmericanRV.com. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and I can't wait to see you on the road to freedom.